Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing these wheel hubs that I purchased for my Tesla Model Y. So stick around for the pros and cons for having this wheel hub. I've been driving on them for past couple of thousand miles, so I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons that I've noticed. So it may help you with your purchase. So one of the first things I'll talk about is how they look. I think they look great. They make the car look complete with the entire overall theme of the car. The second point I will mention is also the price. All other solutions for getting darker wheels are going to be more expensive than these wheel hubs. So I spent about give or take around $250. I bought it from EV Base. Purchasing process was pretty easy. They came in very good packaging, so no damage at all. Installation process was very easy as well. They were easy to, the original 19-inch wheel covers that come with Tesla Model Y, they're very easy to take off, and these are super easy to install as well. It takes literally 10 minutes or less to swap them out. So some of the pros are the look, overall look. They look beautiful, and I also like that there is some space here and brake caliper is visible. I'm also planning to buy the brake caliper covers. I'm happy that they're visible, and then the caliper will be visible as well. There are some other options available for wheel hubs on EV Base website where you can hardly see the brake calipers. So if you're planning to buy the covers for the brake calipers, then I will recommend that you go with this model. So I really appreciate how they make the car stand out. The car looks good because in the market, all other options are going to be either more expensive than this option, and it's going to be, yeah, definitely it's going to be more expensive and maybe a little bit of headache too, because you're definitely going to lose more range with any other options that you'll buy. Either you're going to 20-inch wheels, the wheel size, or 21-inch, whatever you decide, you're going to compromise the comfort and also the range of the car. So the look and feel is great. That's the first benefit. The second is the price. The third is they're super easy to install. The fourth is like I mentioned, the space in the wheel. There's enough space that your brake calipers are visible. This could also be a benefit that I did not lose too much of a range. The range losses, I'll talk about it in a second, is very minimal. I'm getting a little bit less range with these wheel hubs when I'm not traveling. When I'm in the city, I'm just driving to work or just everyday driving, daily driving. I don't really care about the range. So these are perfect when I'm not traveling, when I'm not going long distance. They are fairly quiet as well. I have heard some, when you change your wheel covers or different wheels, they get louder. These are fairly quiet. They're not too loud. I guess one of the cons is that you can kind of see the silver wheel is visible. To majority of folks, they don't really care. It doesn't matter. They're not gonna mind it or notice it. Yes, if you're, someone who's an expert, definitely they'll see it. I see it though, but it's not a big deal. And another thing is that notice that there's a little bit of space between the actual wheel and the wheel cover. The original 19-inch wheel covers that come with Tesla, they fit inside the wheel, right? So they're obviously gonna have no drag and they're very quiet because these wheel covers have to cover the wheel. So that's why they stick out a little bit. You can notice like all the way. You can see that here too. There's a little bit of space. They stick out. Because they're sticking out, obviously you can tell that they're going to create a little bit of a drag, and that drag will create a little bit of a noise too. So especially if you're driving against the wind, you can hear it gets a little bit louder. And then with that, the range is impacted too. So those are like only two negatives. So when I was going on a 1,000-mile trip, what I did was I took these off and I put back the original 19-inch wheel covers that this car comes with. Those are very quiet, range efficient, so I wanted the maximum range, so I went with that. So when I'm back in the city, I typically just swap them out. I put these back on. Yeah, so I think the range efficient, they're pretty efficient. I think I was overall getting about 285 or so here, and typically I'll get like 295 energy, like for that many miles. 11 miles here, maybe like 5 or 10 kilowatts hour per mile will be less. So I think they're just adding about 5 kilowatts an hour, which in my opinion is negligible. Another con that maybe some of you guys probably won't run into this issue, but I try to contact EV Base. I tried calling EV Base on their phone number. I didn't get to a voicemail, or I couldn't really get a hold of them. So that's one of the negatives for me, that getting hold of their support was a little bit difficult. So keep that in mind as you make your purchase. Maybe try contacting them beforehand using an email or something like that, and see if you have a better luck than I did. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I would be happy to answer them for you. And if you want me to make another video, let me know that too. I will be happy to make that. But overall, I think it's a really, really good solution. I would highly encourage, if you're in the market, if you want to change the look of your car, this is a relatively cheaper and simpler to install option. I would highly recommend that you go for it. If you like this video, I would appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.